destined to become indulged into the greatest podcast in existence. You have now been given access to excellence with the greatest opinion on all things culture. Like, follow, and subscribe to the Unprofessional Critics podcast. God listens to our podcast, so should you. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, fellow critiquers. Now, we got a brand new episode, man. Got some new content to talk about. Two of the blackest black guys in all of entertainment and streaming services. We got JMC and
Professor X, ladies and gentlemen.
hell yeah, Black Excellency, man. We're gonna talk about the culture, man. Before we get into today's episode, go ahead, like, follow, subscribe. Just search the Unprofessional Critics podcast. We're available anywhere and everywhere that podcasts are available. Just search, sit down, and tap in with us with a full episode. Before we get started, man, we got a news break. Got somebody on standby. Gonna give us the news break of the day. Check out this clip.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday. Damn!
All right, hope you appreciated that clip. It was very intentional and serious. With that being said, talking about the NBA playoffs, they are in full effect. And for me, I'm a big hometown guy. I know you are not.
No.
But let's talk about those Indianapolis on the court. The great.
Where the hell you Barry? Where the hell you Burton?
Drop.
What the Haliburton? Let's talk about him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him. If
I
I'm
seen the
correct,
tag too.
if
That's
I'm
a lot.
correct,
That's a lot.
they just put out the Milwaukee Bucks for 2 seasons in a row.
They did.
And they're not going to get enough credit for it.
No, they're not.
How do we feel about those Indiana Pacers?
Yeah, I love Indy. I do.
Mhm.
Who are they playing in next round?
Cleveland.
They're dead.
Cleveland had a great year. I'm not going to say they're dead.
They're
But-
dead meat.
Cleveland had a really good year. They won 60 games. But Cleveland does not have the veterans
They're going to steamroll the Pacers.
that Indy has.
No loot.
Let me make my... That's a lot.
Nah.
That's
I'm just telling you the truth.
what the hell is
That's how it is. I'm telling you, this is not going to go right. I think the Pacers are really good. They're really good. They are underestimated. I will give them that. Yes,
Absolutely.
but they're also undermanned against a squad like the Cavs.
No. Pacers are deep. No Diddy. Look, this is what the Pacers bring to the table, right? Great championship caliber coach, young star in Haliburton, veterans like...
I do think Haliburton is overrated.
and I think
That poll came out. He was upset about it. I think it's real.
it was personal. He took that personal.
He did take a
And
personal.
what did he do? He beat a Giannis-led Milwaukee Bucks team.
He beat a crippled Giannis-led Milwaukee Bucks team.
Whose fault is that?
No, it's not his.
Next man up.
This happens. True. But
And
it's Dame Lillard.
Giannis is a legend in his own right.
It's
he
Dame
can carry
Lillard.
a team on his back if he needs to.
No, you're right about Giannis. You're right about Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
What Haliburton?
What the hell?
He lucked up.
What the Haliburton?
He lucked up.
Talk about it.
He lucked up.
His dad all in Giannis grill like, I'm half your
He
size,
lucked-
but I'll fight you.
If Dame is healthy,
It's
this
the same series.
no,
Absolutely.
no.
Pacers, in my opinion, have more depth. Turner for 10 years now as a defensive anchor. McConnell, amazing six man.
They should have traded Turner 3 years ago.
And he's still one of the best centers in a league that lacks great centers outside of the top obvious best centers in the league.
Right. That's the problem. Because when the best centers in the league coming in town,
I like Miles Turner. I like Rick Carlisle. I like Haliburton.
I got nothing against Rick.
Championship caliber coach, because what does Doc Rivers do other than lose? Right? Let's talk about it. And so,
Doc, Doc gets I think Doc gets an unfair rap. I do. Injuries have a lot to do with Doc's record.
Next man up. You gotta instill
unforeseen issues.
You gotta instill that dog mentality in your guys. Next man up. If Damian Lillard goes down,
I also think it's a changing of the guard thing too. Because let's keep it 100. There aren't any more dogs left, and all the dogs in the NBA are painted as villains.
What the hell? They need Haliburton. This is good for the league.
I agree with Nick Young. Y'all, Milwaukee got punked by a real light skinned nigga. I do.
Man, I like the Pacers.
The definition of light skin. That's what Nick Young said. I agree.
So you asked who they're playing next, right? Cleveland, right? We got Darius Garland. We got Donovan Mitchell. We got Evan Mobley. We got a lot of young studs, right? They lack veteran presence. They have not been this good for that long, so they don't have the playoff experience.
They were going to run the Pacers down.
They don't have the same caliber of a coach.
Do you have the better coach?
Absolutely.
60-win team.
For 1 year. They didn't win 60 last year. Right?
60-win team.
And so in basketball,
he's a candidate for coach of the year.
It takes a couple years, right? You got to get your playoff experience. You got to get your bruises and your bumps. That's when you get over the hump. It's not time for Cleveland yet.
What? So it's time for Indiana. It's not time for Cleveland.
What the Haliburton?
Oh my God. No, bro.
You're
I don't buy
surprised.
it. No, I would be.
You're gonna be surprised.
I would be.
And I think
Cleveland in 5.
Disrespectful.
No.
I've got Pacers in 6 because Cleveland's not going to roll over. But I like the X factors that Indy brings to the table, right?
I don't trust the X factors.
Why not?
I don't trust the X factors. I think that Indy is a young team just the same. Who do you trust that's really going to bring it like that? My thing is...
What the hell? I'm going to say it the whole episode as long as we're talking about...
Haliburton, fine. Haliburton, 1, I think you have to trust that he stays upright.
McConnell is one of those dogs that you said the league needs dogs. We got McConnell.
McConnell?
You don't like McConnell.
McConnell.
He's good.
In the playoffs.
Mathurin. Young.
The playoffs.
Talented. James Johnson.
Mathurin's going to do it every night?
The most feared guy, even though he doesn't play.
This is game time. Mathurin's going to do it every night?
He's good. They got a good team. Oh, why are we disrespecting Spicy P?
Spicy P?
As if Pascal Siakam is not that guy. Veteran who's also won a championship.
He has
something that Cleveland does not have.
Pascal does deserve a little bit of love, and I get that.
Got a better team.
He probably against Cleveland, he wins that matchup.
He does.
Wait, no.
What, the Pascal?
Was that power forward?
I got Evan Mobley over there.
I don't know. That might be a toss-up.
I like
Evan Mobley is a beast.
He's good.
He's candidate for, I think, Defensive Player of the Year. Only
thing that Cleveland lacks, we're probably disrespecting the coach, but who is he? But they don't have...
No, it is a disrespect because it's a 60-win team. It is disrespect.
It's like, was it JB Bickerstaff or something? They just don't have the veteran leadership for me. All those guys are young, other than Donovan Mitchell. But they also don't have the playoff experience.
The oldest person on the Pacers is the coach.
I mean, all coaches are old school. But Turner's a 10-year plus guy. Spicy P might be going on 10 years. McConnell might be going on 10 years. All those guys got experience.
The reason why I don't trust Turner, and I see what the Pacers thought is, we want to be limber, we want to run. I think they've had the fastest pace or one of in the NBA for like the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. You want to run, you want to be limber, you want to be able to switch. I get that. But when it comes down to playoff basketball, he's a twig. He's movable. And he's not getting ready to outplay the more dominant big men in the East. He's not going to outplay Giannis on a consistent basis from that position. You know what I mean? He's not going to outplay Embiid. He has a hard time with Porzingis every time he sees him. Paolo is too fast for him.
No, those are a lot of mismatches though, because all those guys aren't centers. But let's hold on, real quick, because you disrespected my guys.
I feel like I'm being realistic.
Let the people decide.
And I'm a Spurs fan.
Right.
I feel like I'm being realistic.
They didn't sniff the playoffs, but they'll get. We know they'll.
It's nowhere near.
We know they're the future. We know that.
Shouts out Castle, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Are the Pacers underrated? Are they next? No, I think they're next. But before we get off the topic of the Indiana Pacers, man, I want to go ahead and drop today's critical critique. Man, I got a clip for you, man. One of the hottest hip hop groups right out of Indiana, the Indianimals. If you know, you know. Go ahead, check out this clip.
He an Indianimal. We from Indiana. We some Indianimals. I'm an Indianimal. She an Indianimal. We from Indiana. We some Indianimals. Tell up. Hey. Tell up. Hey.
All right, hope you appreciated those dance moves. Shout out to the Indianimals. All right, so another great playoff series. We're going to shift it to the West Coast, and we're going to talk about what the LeBron James
Is it a great series?
It's unexpected.
Is it?
But I think
40.
we're talking about a giant slayer now.
No, that's not fair either. He's 40.
So he's still LeBron James.
He's 40.
Still LeBron James. Anthony Edwards is a certified giant slayer.
He's 40.
Anthony Edwards is a certified giant
I
slayer.
don't think it's fair. And I'm not even really a LeBron fan like that. But
Why not?
LeBron is great. LeBron goes down as one of the best all time to ever touch a basketball. And that says something. You know what I mean? Like one of the best all time. But
If not the best of all time.
he's 40. He's 40 and he's putting up all-star numbers.
Mm-hmm.
He is putting up all-star numbers at 40.
Mm-hmm.
He's 40.
He plays with his son.
You can't call him the giant slayer.
No, Anthony Edwards is the giant slayer. Last year it was
LeBron has been wandering the NBA landscape looking for somebody to kill him.
Luka Legend plays for the Lakers now.
Luka Legend.
And so
Is it really they're getting ready to get eliminated. And some would say they're getting ready to get eliminated for the reason as to why Dallas traded him.
interesting. I think he got a lot of unnecessary slander. He came into the league really young. Not everybody handles that the same. But obviously, Luka is a cornerstone type of player. And if you want to pass the torch from LeBron James to somebody else, you would want it to be somebody else.
If I'm Dallas, is he the cornerstone player? Because if he was, then shouldn't he have took over when he seen LeBron slide? And wasn't this your moment? We in the playoffs.
I mean, I think everybody in the Dallas front office needs to get fired, right? So starting with Nico Harrison.
But if they get put out in the first round, second round, does Nico look so bad?
Yes, only because what he got in return was Anthony Davis, the most fragile player in league history. And so if you want to trade a young stud in their prime, you don't get an aging player that's not reliable. It's not a trade that made sense, right? Healthy Mavericks win it all with AD and Kyrie. But the question there is healthy. That Mavericks team will never be healthy.
Kyrie for himself is borderline injury prone. That was the case when you picked him up, but he's Kyrie.
And you match him up with another injury prone Anthony Davis. No, get that entire management team out of the league. It makes no sense.
What would you have done?
I would have kept Luka, or I would have traded him for.
You were Nico. What would you have done?
I'd have kept Luka. But if I felt inclined to trade him, I would have gotten anybody other than Anthony Davis.
So say you had to trade him.
Who am I getting?
Who do you get back?
What the hell?
You would have traded Luka for Haliburton.
And Haliburton's showing us why. He needs his respect, right?
I think no.
Absolutely.
No, you did it against the backup point guard.
Get
You did it. You do all your good stuff against the backup. Like look back at Haliburton's games.
I don't know who you trade Luka for, but it's just not Anthony Davis. It's anybody other than Anthony Davis. But
And not only that, who do you have? Who's available in that particular moment? Really, nobody.
so why is Anthony Edwards not getting any respect over here? What's going on?
It's not that Anthony doesn't deserve the respect.
Because who is he playing with?
He's balling. He's balling, but no, Minnesota's a decent squad.
His second best player is Rudy Gobert. So like, what are we talking about? Julius Randle is okay. He's not bad.
I was gonna say, I think you're disrespecting Randle.
Mike Conley's been in the league for 27 years.
He's
right?
still doing his stuff.
I mean, we're talking about 1-2 punch of Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert.
It's a committee. Nas Reed.
Good 6 man.
Nas Reed is fantastic.
I mean, Anthony Edwards is him. He's basically Jordan Jr., if you ask me. He's balling. He's got the attitude. He's not there to be buddy-buddy.
No, I do love the attitude. I feel like we need more of that. And let me say this.
He told Obama to stand down. Who does that?
That is,
You know what I mean?
did you see them in the background? They was like, oh man.
Like, what's that?
Who let him loose?
That type of confidence.
I love the confidence.
The league needs it.
The league needs it, and I think it's a difference. Like there's a difference between having that confidence and having a flair for the game, and what I think is some of the unnecessary that's been going on in the game lately.
Mm-hmm.
I do like. There's been a lot of huff and puff lately in the league, and I'm not necessarily a fan of that. I get it. The ratings are down. You know what I mean? You want to draw attention because I think that a couple seasons ago there would have been a lot more text when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I feel like they're just kind of letting it go. But I think that the show of emotion was like, you know, a good bucket, that shush bucket, that force a timeout bucket.
He's doing this. I don't know what this is. That he did it to Luka. Like
I don't know what that is. I think it was more like a ta-da type thing.
I don't know. It was weird. Whatever. But
he's having fun with it. That's important. We need more of that in the league, yes.
Absolutely.
But I also think, and a lot of people are saying there's change of the guard. Look at Paul Pierce, Kawhi Leonard.
He's a giant slayer. That's what he is.
Giant slayer.
He takes down his icons. He is the next him of him.
Giant slayer. No,
Anthony Greatness Edwards.
And that's Anthony Edwards taking. You were alluding to his feud with KD.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. It's the Suns. That's not KD. It's the Suns.
He beat his own icon.
It's the Suns.
How many people get to take down their own icons? It's legendary.
It wasn't a fair fight. KD was fighting with his hand behind his back.
He's got one of the better shoes in the league right now because the basketball shoes are not as hot as they used to be. You're wearing Anthony Edwards with jeans now. Right, you're on a different level when that happens. Right,
with jeans.
When you wear hoop shoes with jeans,
oh snap! You made it.
It changes things.
Does it make it classier?
It means something.
It means something. What does that mean?
I mean, because right now it's just Jordans with jeans, right? It's symbolic with greatness. Hoop shoes and jeans it goes hand in hand with I'm that guy.
Hoop shoes and jeans is hand in hand. Okay, all right.
And so I really feel like, you got guys who talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, a.k.a. a Ja Morant.
I think Ja's good.
You got guys who walk the walk that they talk.
I think Ja's good. They had injury issues.
Edwards. That guy.
I think Ja will be there too. Injuries and then suspensions.
Ja doesn't play smart, and he's not smart because of his infatuation with guns and blowing things up. It's unhealthy.
Infatuation. Right? It is wild.
It's unhealthy.
It is wild.
He plays with reckless abandon, and so he's not. I don't know why nobody's telling him, look at D Rose. A young D Rose was not able to play like that. He had to change his game. Get your angles.
You play how you play.
Get your jumpers off. I mean? Stop running into people. Stop
Dwayne Wade was the same way. You play how you play
until you can't play anymore, and you have a short-lived career.
Wade wouldn't have been in the league at 40.
Nobody
does that
outside of King James. No,
King James. Here we go.
King Gerald James, right?
I don't.
LeBron Gerald James.
Okay.
All right. So look.
I feel like you made that up, but okay.
Other series, right? We've got Houston.
And it's Golden State.
As a 2 seed against a 7-seeded Golden State.
They're done. Golden State is going to win that.
You think so?
Yes.
I like the young guys.
They're an awesome team. When you talking about young teams that aren't ready, that's Houston.
And Cleveland.
No.
Houston is great.
Cleveland has vets. People stunt on Donovan Mitchell.
He hasn't really accomplished a lot, but
Donovan Mitchell has done fantastic in the playoffs every time he shows up. He's giving you 50 and 60 balls every time he shows up. He has had the unfortunate,
excuses. Before you would say
it. His stint in Utah was unfortunate. That's how I feel. His stint in Utah wasn't managed well.
He was forced to play with Rudy Gobert.
That may be part of it. Rudy Gobert isn't necessarily the worst player.
Yes,
I just don't think they fit.
He's 7 foot and pointless. Anthony Edwards.
You can't be pointless as a multiple defensive player of the year winner. You can't be pointless.
They gotta give it to somebody. So hey, let's just give it to Rudy Gobert. That's how I feel.
I feel like he earned most of those. Honestly, I feel like he may have stole one from Draymond.
So we don't like the young studs in Houston? Oscar, I don't know, Thompson. I don't know how you say his first name.
I love Thompson.
He's great. Jalen Green, a little fruity, but he's talented, right?
What is that about?
He's questionable. I don't know.
The ponytail?
Jalen Green?
Jalen Green.
Yeah, he's a little questionable.
What? I don't even know where that came from. I like Jalen Green.
Of him like humping his teammate in college. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I told you I don't.
Paints his fingernails.
I'm not about the personal life. I want to see what's on the floor. Şengün. I love Şengün.
Who was that?
For Houston.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I love Şengün. I love the way he plays. He sees the floor well. He's gonna be dynamite. I think that whole team is gonna be dynamite. Especially under the coach.
Great coaching.
Fantastic coaching for a young team like that to even get that highest seed is nuts.
That needs to be talked about more.
And I think he should definitely be up for Coach of the Year.
All right, so we're talking about basketball, right? And that just made me think about, you said Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. So it's time to have that debate.
Who is MVP?
Who is it? And I feel like I know where you're gonna go with it. So I'll give my take.
Go ahead.
Without question.
Without.
It's not debatable. Let's not just make it a courtesy award. Let's make it mean something. Straight out of OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Awesome.
I don't believe in you.
You don't agree with me, or?
I don't understand. I don't understand why the league is trying to shove Shai Gilgeous down our throat when you are watching Magic at hand.
Oh my God!
You are watching this happen in real time.
Jokic is the great white hope.
Jokic
is the great white hope.
Jokic is the best player in the NBA for the past 5 years.
That is the most unattractive basketball I've ever seen.
It's beautiful. Life. It's perfect. It makes Popovich cry. I know it does. It makes him happy in his pants. It has to.
It's comparable to that boring shit Tim Duncan was doing.
But it's not.
And
it's he makes the play that makes sense. See, my thing is people are all over LeBron because LeBron makes the obvious pass every time. It's not the sexy pass. It's the obvious pass. It's not even really the leading pass like you would want it to be. It's the obvious. Anybody would have done that pass. Jokic is putting it in the sweet spot that makes you go.
He couldn't sell
before they lay it in.
He couldn't sell a headband for free. There's nothing pretty about what Nikola Jokic brings to the game. He's stat stuffing. We trashed Westbrook.
He averaged a triple-double for a season on a team that's going to the playoffs. A team that was higher seed than the Lakers.
The entire world trashed Westbrook for putting up those same numbers, but because the Great White Hope is doing it, it needs to be utterly glorified.
No, because he's doing it and it's leading to wins. That's something Westbrook wasn't doing. He wasn't leading to wins.
I hope the Clippers beat him.
They're not.
I hope so.
They're not.
Because I don't want to keep seeing Nugget basketball anymore.
Nugget basketball. Go Nuggets.
And I don't even like.
I am a Spurs fan. I will admit that. But in being a realist, I would say go Nuggets. In being a true realist, I think the NBA champion is still the Celtics.
Celtics win it. That was gonna be my next question. Celtics win it.
Celtics win it.
What's the matchup? Celtics versus who?
It doesn't matter.
I'm not mad at that. I think Jaylen Brown showed us he is who we thought he wasn't last year.
What does that mean?
Because we all just gave the crown to Tatum, and we forgot that there's a Jaylen Brown over there as well.
Tatum's still the better player.
I disagree.
Tatum is the best player on that team.
Jaylen Brown has a lot more heart than Tatum. Tatum is
just flat out.
You talk about light skin activity. The toughest guy in the league.
It is light skin activity. I felt like if Tatum went out and played with a blouse on, nobody would blink. It would fit. It would look normal. But his game is that sweet.
Game on the line. I want Jaylen Brown taking that shot.
He can't go left.
And he still gets off. Knowing this, he still can.
But so does Tatum. I think Tatum doesn't get his love. The boy gets whatever shot he wants. From all over the floor. It's smooth. You can't really fight him. The dribble is sexy. You know what I'm saying? He gets in the lane. He gets out.
He's sitting back thinking about Ella May singing those sweet songs in his ear.
He might be.
And he's not.
He might be. He might be Ella May.
He's too cool for school for me.
It's cool because it works. What do you want from this man? It's the same knock that KD gets. It's not sexy, but it's hella efficient. The man does his job.
KD's a legend. I wouldn't even compare it to Jaylen Brown.
I'm talking about efficiency. And a little bit of game, but efficiency nonetheless. The man he goes out there and he does his thug. And not only that, he does it in crunch time. The man wins big games.
You know what I like about the Celtics? I really like their coach.
Mazzulla.
I like him a lot because Tatum's on the ground and he stops the train. Wait, don't get up. And he yells at Tatum, "Get up!
Yeah, get up!"
We need more of that.
Yes.
The game needs that.
I love it.
Adam Silver should just bring all the coaches and be like, all of y'all do that.
Yeah.
Don't run over there.
Get up. I love it. I feel like he was eating sunflower seeds when he said it. I don't know if he was or not. He
probably was.
But I feel like he was shaking sunflower. I envision him shaking sunflower seeds when he yelled, "Get up! Your ass up."
He was probably spitting when he said it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that type of intensity. It's what the game lacks. Everybody's buddy. They want to be cool with each other. There's just a lack of intensity. The impact of the NBA, it is what it is. It's culturally, not even culturally, it's really a worldwide thing. So much so that, we started a women's league. And so we want to talk about the impact of the ladies and the rise that has come from the new generation.
So did you know the WNBA has only been here for like 2 years?
That's disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not. But I think the WNBA is being disrespectful to itself because of how they're doing Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Clark.
But I'm sorry.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Sorry, there's too many Caitlyns in my head. Sorry. There's too many Caitlyn. We did a Kanye episode not too long ago. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Caitlyn Jenner out there crossing people over.
I want to see her. I want to see her in the shoes. Actually, I think that's a dope spot. Nike, if you're listening, get Caitlyn Jenner in some Nikes and get her to dribble a little bit. That's your commercial. You're welcome. You're welcome.
That is hilarious. So, a lot's been made of Caitlyn Clark and her impact, but I also like to shout out the Black Queens, the Angel Reese's. No, she absolutely cannot do a fast break layup, but it's not her fault because she brings a lot more.
Caitlin's better. She's more entertaining to watch. She is the reason the WNBA might even be alive at this point. You mad about it? It's the truth.
It's debatable. Caitlyn is, a typical white girl. Let's just be honest, right?
Now, don't get me wrong.
She got a jumper.
I loved to Diana Taurasi.
I want to talk about Angel Reese.
What about it?
Her only downfall is that, she plays like Tristan Thompson, right? It's not, talk about not sexy. It's not cute. But marketing
Tristan Thompson. Oh, the disrespect. Both ways. Just keep Tristan kind of stray. No, keep going. No reason. Stray.
Marketing wise, Angel Reese is perfect for
Why?
the WNBA because they've undersold themselves, right? And
I'll agree with that.
they got to put themselves out there and just be honest. Like the WNBA legends are not attractive. None of them are cute, right? I'm talking about the legends, like the ones that came and went.
That's wild.
There's not one.
Wait, so you feel like that's a marketing issue?
It has to be.
There are several pretty WNBA players.
I'm talking about now, but that's the outlook on it has changed. It makes a difference. I'm not saying it's the only thing, right? Because we do have the Caitlin Clarks who are bringing the skill. They're up. The skill is higher, right?
Which is important.
But now I
think that's their main issue.
We got Angel Reese. We got Dejanay Carrington, right? We got Skylar Diggins-Smith. We got ladies who, like, you don't have to just go and be a model because you're 6 foot, right? You can pick up a basketball and become influential to the next group of girls, right? So that's important. I think the image, granted, you don't want to just play off of that just because they're women, but you just get a good mix of it because they're women. Play off of what you can. Use it to your advantage.
But I think that's also kind of unfair. Like, they don't want to be known for their sex appeal on the floor. They are professional athletes. They work hard to be professional athletes. They want to be seen as athletes.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying that's all that matters, but all I'm saying is get a good balance of it, get a mix of it, right? It doesn't hurt. It only increases viewership. And I think it's important because girls don't, if you're tall, slender, and athletic, you just don't go to basketball. But now you can because that image is now in the league. And so,
the image of, I also think that's kind of dangerous too, the image of sex appeal, because again, I think that there are some spaces where women want to be where sex appeal isn't needed. And I think that's a fair thought.
I'm not mad at it. But, I mean, you do want 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old young guys tuning in. And that plays a part. And so I think it can only help. It doesn't minimize what they're doing out there athletically. It doesn't mean that's the only reason that we're watching it. It's an added bonus.
I see what you mean by the added bonus. I definitely get that. I think one of the biggest issues for the WNBA is, like you were saying earlier, skill level. Like, for the longest, it was they don't dunk. Like, we're gonna be doing jumpers all night. Coincidentally, they're probably better shooters than half of the guys in the NBA. Coincidentally, because you're not going to the rim like that, so you gotta have a cold jumper.
The new draft pick out of France, shout out France, they're putting out some really good basketball talent. She can dunk. That's what I'm saying. Changing.
The evolution of the game. And I think that the game is getting to the point now where it doesn't feel like an extended and one tour.
I like it. I like that it's even in the playing field, you know. The All-Star game is here in Indy. It's going to be a thing. It's probably going to sell out, you know, and so
sure.
It's on the rise. And for me, it's not all about the female Great White Hope and Caitlin Clark. The game itself has
good basketball is good basketball. If you were purple, good basketball is good basketball. I think that
could somebody who doesn't look like Caitlin Clark, who played the same way, say Angel Reese played the way Caitlin Clark does it have the same impact? Or does the WNBA stay what it was prior to them getting into it?
I don't. I think the last player in WNBA to come in and have that type of impact, maybe not just the same, but a splash to the point where people were paying a little bit more to the league, was probably Maya Moore. Mm-hmm. When she was playing for the Lynx.
And even she didn't. And she's the best player we've mentioned so far, but she didn't get the respect.
No, Diana Taurasi is probably the WNBA GOAT.
Not a big fan.
Diana Taurasi is a beast. Like, not only is she cold-blooded, but I love the way she does it. I would not want to meet Diana Taurasi in a dark alley.
Well, she would absolutely cross me, but that's because I can't hoop. But shout out to the ladies, man. For the people, the viewers at home, the streamers and the listeners, let us know how you feel about the current state of the women's league. Are they doing it the right way? Is it growing? Are we seeing the evolution? Is it just perfect timing? Let us know what you think. We'll respond to those comments. Overall, I like where the league is at. And I think
the league is growing. And I like the branch league that they've got going at the moment. I think it's called Undefeated, I believe is the name of it.
It's good.
Yeah, and it's taken off. I think that's dope. And I think that I think that the WNBA is doing exactly what it should have been doing. Instead of saying, well, we don't have the revenue for this, we don't have the revenue. The NBA had to grow itself. It used to be taped. It used to be on tape delay. The All-Star game didn't used to be that big of a spectacle. We didn't have the play-in tournament. We didn't have the mid-season tournament, which I think a lot of these things, now that they've been added into the game over the past couple of years, has extended the game, put more drama into the men's game in a way that makes people want to tune in a different way. I think the WNBA is starting to understand that they need to be able to grow the game in the same. And people like Caitlin, like Reese, are going to be able to do that if marketed right.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to call it the dub, the W, man. The ladies, dub. They're doing their thing. Once again, go ahead, let us know what you think. Man, it's time to wrap up this motherfucking episode. Yeah. The Unprofessional Critics, man, giving our opinion on all things culture and all things entertainment. Pick a streaming option. Jump on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you just search Unprofessional Critics, man. Tap in with us. That's all we got for you today. Until next time.